Another strong cold front heading our way. Showers and storms as early as tomorrow morning. In your ABC 57 First Warning Neighborhood Weather Forecast. ABC 57 News at 10 starts right now.
Live from Michiana, this is ABC 57 News at 10 on the CW25.
Compared to other westernized countries, developed countries, where our rate is going up while everyone else's is going down.
More and more mothers dying in childbirth. What sounds like an archaic problem is a new reality. A look at where Indiana stacks up.
Can you advise further?
He's on scene. He's got someone at gunpoint.
A South Bend police officer opens fire on an armed suspect. Only ABC 57 has the security camera video showing the confrontation today. The tense moments happening in the parking lot of a bar on Marion Street late this afternoon. And
tonight, the suspect is in the hospital and police are investigating exactly what led up to the shooting. We do have live team coverage of this officer-involved shooting. ABC 57's Kylie Walker live from the scene. But we begin with Kelvin Henry live from St. Joseph County Metro Homicide, where officials just released some new information. Kelvin.
And we're right here, like you said, in front of St. Joseph County Metro Homicide, where we learned a few new facts so that we can release and confirm at this point that the suspect's name is Christopher Mingo Flores of Michigan. We're not exactly sure exactly in Michigan. We're working to find that out right now for you. But he was pulled over because he was driving erratically here on Marion Street, which is just a few blocks away. And he's born in 1999. And then is where we saw the security footage that you're about to see now. This exclusive security camera video shows an unmarked South Bend police SUV follow a suspect's vehicle into the parking lot of Frank's Place on Marion Street. Two plainclothes officers get out of their vehicles, and as one of them approaches the suspect's car, the man apparently pulls out a gun and the officer opens fire.
We're going to be in the back of Frank's Place. We need medics and a supervisor. Shots fired.
The suspect can be seen hitting the ground, and after the video ends, he was transported to the hospital with what were described as non-life-threatening injuries. Witnesses tell ABC 57 the exchange started when the police tried to pull the suspect over near Memorial Hospital.
Starting to fade out, and I heard 4 shots. Super loud, like they were right next to me.
Jesse Dirk lives right next door to Frank's Place, the restaurant and bar, off the parking lot. The suspect was not in the bar. They apparently just pulled into the parking lot to get off the street. The officers involved were not injured, but still neighbors are concerned about the gunfire.
I'm not afraid for my safety so much, but I've got kids, you know, they have friends over, they play outside. I have dogs, 2 dogs that of course I cherish.
Now, once again, we would like to stress that the incident started on Marion Street and ended on Marion Street near Frank's Place, but it has nothing to do with Frank's Place, and they were not involved in the situation. Once again, the name was released. The gentleman's name is Christopher Mingo Flores, and he's being housed right now. He's under arrest at St. Joseph County Jail. Live in South Bend, Kelvin Henry, ABC 57 News.
All right, Kelvin, thank you. ABC 57's live team coverage continues now with ABC 57's Kylie Walker. She's at the County City Building downtown, where South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg addressed the officer-involved shooting tonight. Kylie?
Brian, the mayor said that he is aware of the situation that happened over at Marion Street and actually apologized during the Common Council meeting before getting into the budget for this being on people's minds. But tonight, the Common Council president and District 1 council member Tim Scott tells me that it's lucky that no one was killed in this officer-involved shooting.
Luckily, no one was killed in this, and you know, it just happens to be within this location here.
South Bend Common Council President Tim Scott joined investigators with the St. Joseph County Metro Homicide Unit and South Bend Police Department on Marion Street to find out more information on the officer-involved shooting that happened around 4 o'clock on Monday inside his district.
It is unfortunate that it's happening over here, but I don't attribute it to anything of a random pattern or any type of scenario that's happening all the time.
At tonight's South Bend Common Council meeting, Mayor Pete Buttigieg also commented on the city's most recent officer-involved shooting.
As you may have heard, an officer-involved shooting this afternoon on Marion Street. We understand that the person who was shot, the suspect, was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Officers have been looked at, but to the best of my knowledge have not been injured.
He says all information and updates will come from Metro Homicide. And Councilman Scott says what happens next with gun violence in South Bend isn't just up to the council or the mayor, but everyone in the community.
There's nothing that I can do as legislator, the mayor can do about free will. It's literally someone making that decision to do violence. So it's going to take those people that can connect with them by the heart to really make a difference to say, hey, this isn't the way to go.
Now, of course, stick with ABC 57 News on air and online for continuing developments to this officer-involved shooting that happened today over on Marion Street. I'm live in downtown South Bend tonight. Kylie Walker, ABC 57 News.
Thanks, Kylie. And from our records here at ABC 57, there have been at least 4 shootings involving police officers in South Bend this year.
Yeah, let's show you a map of where they all happen, including today's on Marion Street. You can see these incidents are not just in one area of the city. They're pretty well spread out. There was another officer-involved shooting just last week. This one happened near Our Lady of the Road, a homeless facility on Main Street, not far from the county jail. Patrolman Joshua Morgan accidentally shot himself in the leg while arresting a robbery suspect there. He was released from the hospital the same day.
Then in April, Rafael Ramirez shot and killed by an officer on Western Avenue. According to officials, Ramirez went to multiple officers and he had a knife. Now, this shooting was determined justified.
And the first was back in March on Elwood. Police were called there for an unwanted person on someone's front porch. 27-year-old Terrence Eppinger attacked Officer Samuel Chaput, and Chaput fired one shot into Eppinger's torso as they struggled on the ground. Eppinger survived, and the officer's actions were found to be justified in that case as well. And the investigation into this latest police-involved shooting is still unfolding tonight. Stay with ABC 57 News on air and online. We will, of course, keep you updated as we learn more.
We do have some ABC 57 News breaking news now in South Bend. There's been another a gunshot wound reported on Western Avenue.
Yeah, crews were called to the scene less than 20 minutes ago. We have a reporter on the way to this latest shooting in South Bend, and we'll bring you the latest details during this newscast or on ABC 57 News at 11.
Tracking temperatures, another change on the way as we see another strong fall cold front. We're still in the upper 60s to low 70s in the warm sector. On the other side of that front, temperatures are in the 50s right now, and we'll see another big swing in temperature that typically comes with these strong fall cold fronts. Some shower and storms starting to kick up ahead of this. We're going to watch this area towards our south across southern Illinois, however. This is ahead of the front, but likely to develop some showers and thunderstorms that will first impact us tomorrow morning. That's round 1. That's not our severe threat, but that's the first chance of showers and thunderstorms early Tuesday. Tuesday morning, 65, a chance of showers or thunderstorms, then upper 70s tomorrow afternoon, a lull midday, and then more storms by tomorrow night. Our storm threat for Tuesday in the 2 out of 5 severe threat category, 6 to 11 p.m. I'll update you on the timing with Forecast Track as we time out the thunderstorms coming up in your ABC 57 First 20 neighborhood weather forecast.
More and more mothers are dying in childbirth across the country, and Indiana ranks near the very top of the list. But what can doctors, hospitals, and mothers do to stem the flow?
Right now, Indiana ranks number 3 in the country for the highest number of maternal deaths. Nearly 44 mothers are dying for every 100,000 births. These stats gathered by the CDC.
The rate in Indiana is twice the national rate.
Medical professionals are now analyzing the data.
Compared to other westernized countries, developed countries, where our rate is going up, while everyone else's is going down.
But why is it happening? And the biggest issues during childbirth that could lead to death for mothers include hemorrhages, high blood pressure, and blood clots. Even the most healthy woman can still have problems before, during, and after childbirth, so being educated is the key.
Tonight on ABC 57 News at 11, we'll take a look at the work being done in Indiana, a hospital that's performing well ahead of the curve right here in Michiana, and will help arm expectant mothers with information they need to stay healthy.
Some new crystal clear surveillance video shows a teenage girl and a man walk into a cell phone store in Benton Harbor this afternoon. They approached the cashier at the Boost Mobile outlet on Pipestone Street, and the man, watch this, pulls out a handgun demanding cash. The cashier opens the register and hands over the money without any shots being fired, and the suspects later turn and calmly walk out. Police say thanks to the high quality of this video, they caught those two suspects within just a few hours this afternoon, though they have not yet released their names. Both suspects are in jail tonight. It's your voice, your vote, and are you ready to cast your ballot? Tomorrow is National Voter Registration Day, and many South Bend high schools are actually working to get their eligible students, age 18 and over, registered. It's called Cap, Gown, Vote, and it's a national initiative to make sure the next generation is ready to do their civic duty. The deadline to register for the November election in Michigan and Indiana is October the 9th. And as part of our commitment to educating voters, this Thursday, ABC 57 News is hosting a debate between the candidates for St. Joseph County Sheriff, Republican Paul Jonas and Democrat Bill Redmond. The two will go head-to-head starting at 7 p.m. on campus at IU South Bend. Professor Elizabeth Benyon will be the moderator. I will host. If you want to ask the candidates a question, just submit them to us. You can send us any questions you have via the email address on your screen. Then you can watch the debate live on our sister station, WMYS My Michiana, Thursday night at 7. And new details tonight on the sex abuse allegations surrounding Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh.
Now 2 women have come forward against him. Deborah Ramirez is the second woman to accuse Kavanaugh of sexual misconduct, saying he exposed himself to her while they were both students at Yale University. Tonight, Judge Kavanaugh went on television to refute the allegations.
The truth is, I've never sexually assaulted anyone in high school or otherwise. I am not questioning and have not questioned that perhaps Dr. Ford at some point in her life was sexually assaulted by someone in some place. But what I know is I've never sexually assaulted anyone.
Both Judge Kavanaugh and Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, who made the original allegations, are set to testify Thursday before the Senate Judiciary Committee. A lawyer for a third woman says she is preparing to come forward with new allegations in the next few days. And new tonight, the search for the suspect who called in a false report of a man with a rifle inside Eau Claire High School.
Yeah, on September 7th, a male caller called 911 claiming a teenage boy had a rifle in a bathroom at the school. Police from multiple departments rushed in fearing an active shooter situation, but it turned out to be all a hoax. Students and teachers were evacuated, but no gun was found during a police search. Today, the Berrien County Sheriff's Office identified the suspect, though, as 32-year-old Justin Allen Bashore, who lives in or near Niles. He is now wanted by police.
A Michiana man shot and killed while trying to celebrate a friend's birthday party. Now family and friends are coming together to honor his life.
Still tracking storms. A chance of storms as early as tomorrow morning and a severe threat tomorrow evening. The forecast coming up.